Hello, this is Dr. J, back with some more Let's Play R-Type Tactics 2 Operation Bitter Chocolate here on part 2 of Operation Glitnir. Earlier I had to cut the recording short, but now I have the entire evening, so I can basically take as long as this takes. Now first I need to remember what we were doing. This looks to me like a decoy, probably. Yeah, 2 stayer squadrons, or it's pretending. How hurt is this Jormungandr custom, which I'm pretty sure we determined this is a real one. We have a stayer squadron here, which has not fired its Balmung prototype. Oh, I have a wave cannon ready to fire on the Delta. Can I get the Delta down this far? I don't think so. So I can't quite get it to where it can hit these two. That's unfortunate, because that would be pretty darn useful. Oh, the hot conductor is ready to fire too. Okay, let's think this through. Let's retreat the wise man for repairs. Okay, we can't yet. Ugh, mess. Once again, it's kind of impossible to move everything in the order I need to move it. Alright, let's just get the hot conductor there, maybe. And then the Delta can be there and wipe out the Stayer Squadron. That'll be a good start. There, I don't feel like messing with you. Get out of my way. Good. The Morning Star needs to retreat for repairs. That's going to be an issue as well. I really wish I could swap places with it in the Delta. For now, maybe the best I can do is just try to get it out of the way. Even that's going to be a challenge. What can I do with the Sunday Strike? It's apparently not adjacent to its force. It uses the force K, I believe. This one. So it should be able to attach to this one, I think. Yes. And we can weaken the Stayer Squadron. Oh! Mimicry cancelled! It was actually a Narcissus. Hey, we get another chance to possibly see the Narcissus. That is a really interesting ability, that Mimicry. I guess now we know what that means. Now, this is a little nitpicky, but why something called the Narcissus would ever want to mimic something else? I'm not entirely sure. That's kind of the opposed to the point of being a narcissist, but hey, let's let that one go. Alright, the standard force H I think attaches to the Wise Man, but I want to retreat the Wise Man. Let's just get it out of the way here, so we can get the Morning Star out of the way here, and now we can finally get the Delta to where it can open fire, and hopefully finish off the Narcissus. Oh yeah, it fires a split wave, but I don't have anything in the line of fire, so that's good. Dang, they survived. Oh yeah, there's this Hylas here too, which I should probably try to rush with forces. That is a go-to method for taking care of these also. Well, let's go. We haven't seen much of the Hylases. Let's go ahead and watch an attack on it. I guess we've seen a fair amount of them with that weird butterfly mask they wear. At least it looks to me like a butterfly mask. Alright, let's switch the combat animations to off again. The standard force C is a bit damaged too. Looks like moving forward one space is about the best we're going to be able to manage. What have you got in your hangar? 2 fixed warheads. I'm concerned these are both decoys. Alright, well we did a little damage. 13 points, I believe. You need to repair. I should repair the Standard Force C here as well. This poor defensive force, someday it'll make it. Man, this turn is mostly just a lot of maneuvering. Wonder if I can finish off the Narcissus. I'll try. Hopefully I don't get the Grace Note destroyed doing this. Good, alright. If I lose the Grace Note, that could turn out to have not been worth it, but we'll see. Okay, amazingly, this shaft isn't absolutely crawling with enemies. I'm gonna have to refuel these warships in the back at some point, although not imminently, so that's good. I think that's another turn in the books. Oh, I forgot about you. Okay, definitely a decoy on that transport. Not that there was much doubt. Alright, they're dividing their attacks a lot. Oh! Okay, that's probably a reload? I don't think I can afford to lose my... I don't think I can afford to lose my scout this early, so that's a reload for sure. Don't get too close to this over here then, because there's somebody with a wave cannon ready to fire. Noted. Alright, I need to reveal the Hylas down there. How did I do that? And I need to fire some wave cannons. You, I want to hit the Stayer Squadron, which is actually a Narcissus, and I revealed that, I think, by shooting it with this Grace Note? No, because I just used that Grace Note in another capacity and got it heavily damaged. What did I shoot the Stayer Squadron with? I don't know, but I think I'm going to hit it with the Grace Note this time. Or not. That's a waste. Let's not do that then. Man, how did I even do this? Let's put you here, maybe. I need visibility. There. You attack the Hylas. Right. Okay. Okay, I remember now. I got this out of the way, and in order to get it out of the way, I moved the Sunday Strike, I think. And I might have shot the Stayer Squadron, which is actually a Narcissus, with the Sunday Strike. Maybe. Nope, that did nothing. That seems wasteful. Dang it. This is really tricky. This is a tricky turn for sure. You could use repairs, but I don't think that I moved you back for repairs previously. This may not be a... Oh, but we know that the transport is a decoy. How to do this? Let's get you out of the way and have you attack this transport. Actually, you can get out of the way even more than that, because you use tracer missiles, whose one saving grace is their range. Now I can move this out of the way. No, I still can't. Good lord. This isn't at all what I did last time. I don't even remember how I managed to rearrange things last time to make this work. There, finally get out of the freaking way. You know, if I'm able to finish this off without using... Don't know what happened to my voice there. Without using a wave cannon, I could potentially save that wave cannon for other things. If only I could move this down one more hex, but alas, I cannot. There, let's just be good and sure to finish it. As I've said a few times, better to definitely get a use out of a wave cannon, even if it's a suboptimal use, than to try to save it for the perfect moment and never be able to actually fire it. Oh, I might use the warheads on some of these attacks. That one needs repairs. This one doesn't. Okay. Let's hope this time we don't get totally wrecked. Oh, phew. Okay, they're spreading their attacks. Good. Okay, that was a much better turn. We didn't lose anything. The hot conductor is a wreck, but it can be repaired. This is obviously gunning for us. Not good. Delta... Okay, Delta, you have two jobs. One is help reveal things down in this direction, and the other is weaken up what is obviously a decoy coming to ruin my day. Okay, that revealed the Hylas, which is going to be pursued by this force. It desperately wants to finish it off. Game. Game. It loves mocking me. Okay, now we have to take out the decoy because it's in the way. That's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge doing enough damage to it. And the freaking Hylas, if it survives with 1 hit point, it's just going to retreat into this hangar and get fully repaired. We can't have that. Dang it. I think we need to try that again. I can't afford to let that Hylas live. 1 hit point, it just goes back in the hangar and gets repaired. We can't have that. Let's reveal everything by moving this to here. Oh, and that time we one-shotted it. Okay, that's a big improvement. A little bit of RNG now and then. Now, I don't know how much I care about this, because I'm probably just going to try to leave it in the dust, and it's not like it can hit us with its wave cannon. Now, I am scared of the enemies that I know are waiting to wave cannon me out here. Part of me feels like I should maybe reveal them with my AWACS. I know they're there. They destroyed me not that long ago. Let's try to figure out where they are. Okay, so we've got a shooting star ready to fire. And some Hercules, some Red Knights. No, these aren't the Red Knights. The Red Knights are the Kenrokuans. Kaufman Corps. Oh, interesting. That one's named Kaufman Corps, and that one's not. I wonder what the significance of that is. Alright, that's probably going to get my AWACS killed, which we can't afford. I just wanted to know what was out there. Now that we know. I think we're finally ready to take this turn properly. A one-shot here would be great. Good. I guess I just got a little unlucky that first time. Now we need to take out this decoy before it blows up in our face. You wouldn't think that would be such a tall order. You would apparently be wrong. It is apparently a tall order. Somebody please finish this thing. What I would love to do is lead with one of my warships to take all those wave cannon shots we know are waiting for us. That's going to be hard to do with this traffic jam. Am I going to be able to get a decoy past that? No, it's in the way. Can I move it out of the way? Can it move up a space? It cannot. It can move forward a bit. Now can I make a decoy? And squeeze it by to take hits for us. God, that would entail a delay of so many turns that we can't afford, though, so I don't know about that as a plan. What's my most expendable unit? This already used its decoy. I can't afford to lose any of my forces. I could sacrifice one of my fighter squadrons. I don't like that. But I think they're more expendable than the forces. Since we're obviously going to need those for the segment where we go backwards, we can't sacrifice the POW armor. We need it to win the mission. Oh, this force is pretty damaged. I didn't realize... Oh, no, it's not. Not super damaged. I mean, it's kind of damaged, but not critically so, but I was looking at its fuel. I'm worried to bring these out because they'll get wave cannoned. Maybe my best hope is to just try to reveal them and then bring a bunch of forces forward and cancel their wave cannons. Reset the charge on them. Man, all those units with ready-to-fire wave cannons just out of view is really evil. That's a big problem. I can't afford to just throw my forces out there recklessly and get them all destroyed. That felt like a wasted turn for the most part. That cruiser really is a pain. Part of me thinks I need to deal with it. I'm gonna call that a save-worthy situation, though. Can you hit the cruiser's main body? Is that a no? Yeah, you can hit the main cannon, but I don't care that much. Let's see if we can do anything about these guys. Oh, did that move? Alright, we know there's stuff up above us, but if we don't get too close to it, it might not matter. Alright, what is your movement range? You can't go above this hex, so my biggest worry is that it one-shot kills my Owl Light. But if I don't move the Owl Light down quite that far, we'll be okay. Right, if I move it, say, to here instead. Oh, that gives you an Oppie. Also, there was actually another one. Well, that's an unpleasant surprise waiting for us. One, two, three, four, five, six. We just have to keep this whole row behind the Owl Light clear. Although if the Owl Light is destroyed, I think that's a reload anyway. It could go for things besides the Owl Light, of course. I don't think I can get into range to cancel its wave cannon, unfortunately. We're just gonna have to take a chance and, well, reload if it goes really badly. But I think we just gotta go for it. We're on a time limit, we can't afford to just fuss about hoping to set up a perfect opportunity to charge. It's just not going to happen. Let's try to avoid giving it a really good target where it can hit a whole bunch of things with one wave cannon. Oh, there's always the desync option. That's true. Grace Note is at 4, so I might want to repair it. I might want to keep some things here in the hangar. Gosh, it's like I put them back here, they're going to get attacked by the cruiser. I put them to the front, and they're going to get hit by wave cannons. Pick your poison. Was that dumb? That was dumb. Don't do that. This mission just kind of demands this level of fussing about, unfortunately. It's this or play the level 10 times, at least. So you're a standard 4C. You should attach to a warhead. Yeah, you do. Let's try luring them into range. Hope I don't lose my AWACS. And yeah, we need to do something about this cruiser. It's really going to be in the way. While we're trying to fight the stuff in front of us, we just can't have that. We can move the cruiser farther forward now, so there's that. Maybe deploy some more units to attack the cruiser. Start working on destroying it. Does the Hawk Conductor have longer range missiles? It does. 7 damage. Beautiful. Great. Wish I had targets for more of this stuff. Hide in the hangar and be ready to pop out. You kinda need repaired. Even being down one fighter is not ideal. Move that decoy forward. Oh, and disguise it. I could poke this Standard Force H out. Oh, it's injured, though. So that's not good. We kind of need to repair it more than anything. Oh yeah, you need repairs, too. That's not good. We're attracting more enemies from the tunnel. Maybe I shouldn't engage that cruiser after all. If all it's going to do is pull all the enemies in that tunnel, that's a no-go. What a mess this mission is. I knew it would be. What do we do? We're never going to destroy that cruiser. Just get in there. Start fighting. Not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. I really can't even hit anything with the main gun from there, for real. Is this idiot just out of range? Why am I not surprised he's 1 hex out of range? Of course he is. That force could die easily. I have a wave cannon ready to go, but it's not helpful to me because I can't hit anything with it. If I go there, I'll hit my own cruiser. Though now that I know that... Who had their wave cannon ready? I know somebody did. Not you. Who was it? Someone had it ready to go. Did I not make a save? Am I back farther than I thought? I think I'm back farther than I realized. Right. 'Cause... I think so? Because I haven't damaged their cruiser. Okay, I went back 2 turns. That's fine, really. It's not like the situation we were in was an especially tenable one. Alright, we try a different tactic again. We're trying a lot of different tactics here. Where's my scout? Oh, there it is. Right, I already moved it. Moving it was the first thing I did. I don't think I like what it revealed. It wasn't that helpful. That's better. It's about to get shot by that, but... let's just fly forward and start attacking like crazy. I don't know what else to do. Just charge maximum aggression, Neanderthal. Me smash is what we're gonna try now. Instead of trying to be clever and think things through. Alright, the wise man attaches to force H, I think. It's H or K. No, it's actually K, isn't it? I think so. No, it is H. Yeah, it's H. Okay. There, enough pussyfooting around. Let's just get in there, tank the hits, wreck as much face as we can. Knee smash. We'll just eat the casualties. Because what else can you even do in this situation, really? I could pull this standard force C back for repairs. You should hide from the mess of wave cannons that is likely coming. There. How much of a disaster will this attempt be? Oh, they're really coming out to play. I guess it's hard to avoid pulling the enemies guarding the lower tunnel. Yeah, look at this. Oh, not great. Not great. Oh, I lost a force. Is that totally untenable? Look at all this crap. Okay, this is going horribly. Absolutely horribly. Okay, well, it's destroying some of its own ships. Does it one-shot my AWACS? Not quite. That felt kind of disastrous, but I don't know how to do it better. We make a new slot, or rather we select a new slot and we save over that one. Just in case this is a really untenable situation. It looks kind of untenable, but I don't have a clue how to make it better than this. Alright, well let's start wrecking these guys with our force. There's another spoils. Now these are singular enemies, because they have hit points instead of a number of fighters in their squadron. Which means, to me, focus them down, because they're all or nothing type enemies. Of course, you can't always focus them down, but do so when you can. What kind of damage can we do to this guy with our force attached? Not much with the L45 laser. What if we're closer? Then we can use the search and spread lasers, and those are more powerful. Okay, that was in our favor. I care more about the guys in front. Sure, that rear pursuit is annoying for sure. Gosh, do I have to sacrifice more forces? I don't want to. Losing one is bad enough already. I kind of need a rear guard, I think. These pursuers are too annoying. I was hoping to avoid having to have this fight by only going through one tunnel, but it was not to be. I may have to leave one force behind to help with this rear guard action. Otherwise, they'll get destroyed too quickly. Didn't even finish it. It'll just retreat into the hangar and be fully repaired. God, that's the disaster. I kinda needed it to die. I kinda needed it to die. I mean, we buy one turn. That's nothing, really. You need to be repaired. Everything survives with one. I hate it. Can't anything ever just die when I need it to? Can you finish somebody off? It's one hex out of range, because of course it is. You could try to depth charge this group. I don't know, the situation just doesn't seem great. Who needs refueling? Well, nobody desperately needs it. I could inch my POW armor out and hope that nothing cares, or I could just hide it in a hangar. I kind of like that plan. Yeah, nothing's in range of this wave cannon. The bow gun. Okay, that went well. Are you actually not retreating into the hangar? I don't understand why, but I'll take it. Okay, this is going much better than I thought. That's not great. I'm going to lose another force. Maybe not, if they divide their shots. Okay, if they're dividing their shots, maybe I don't lose another force. This suddenly looks like a more viable position because the AI made some pretty stupid decisions this turn. Uh-oh. Gosh, it has a lot of firepower, though. Still, it doesn't get better than that. That was fantastic. Almost purely because the AI was an idiot. And I have the Wise Man ready to fire. It really doesn't get better than this. Can I save this force is a big question. Wise Man, though, you could be pretty clutch here. Beautiful. Love it. Nice. One-shotted the Stayer Squadron. Killed that guy. Badly injured that. Oh, no. Reload. Okay, we need to cancel his wave cannon first. Otherwise, that's gonna turn out like that. Unacceptable outcome. We cancel his wave cannon, then we do that. Screw you. We didn't even one-shot it that time, not even close. But we one-shot it. Well, the reason we one-shot that is because we damaged it. Why was that outcome so much worse? I mean, it just RNG, I know, but dang. That just went a lot worse in terms of not finishing off this Narcissus. Which was not Why did you not fire? Because you're out of tracer missiles. Alright. We want to reload him first, son. I'm just totally shameless about the save scumming at this point, and I don't even care. Because, man, screw this mission. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You don't want save state abuse like this, make a mission that's less stupid. God, I can't even imagine doing this on a PSP. Or you couldn't abuse save states, it would be just unbearable. You need reload. No, not that. The POW armor. God, what? Did they switch places? Or I'm just dumb. That's possible. Alright, you need reloaded. You're low on fuel anyway. Can you finish it off without dying, now that there's only one in the squadron? That's a no. So, that's a pointless action that just gets the force killed. We don't do that, then. We don't do that. This has to go nearly perfectly, obviously, or it's gonna be a mission failed. Doesn't seem all that random when I do the same actions. I wonder if the RNG is seeded based on the current game state rather than based on a timer or something. That would be weird, but I've heard of such things. I think the PSP is sophisticated enough you wouldn't have to do it like that, but who knows. Why did you wait? Because you only have contact missiles. Alright, well we finally have a target for the bow gun, that's great. The day I get to fire the bow gun is a happy day, and we one-shotted those enemies, so great. I think the guy down here finally died, also great. Let's see. You need repairs. You could use repairs. This could use repairs. Everything could use repairs. Try to finish it off with your photon torpedoes. Good. Okay. Anything hiding in here? I hope not. There could be a spoils or something. Who knows? 7 spoils on the level is crazy. This force is a bit hurt as well. Oh, can you hit that thing with your bridge gun? You can! Right, the Hercules. I kept forgetting what they're called. That's good. Your hangar is now full. Standard Force C. Cannot hit the main body of the cruiser from there. Such a sore point for me. It's so dumb. Now you should be able to hit the main body of the cruiser from there with tracer missiles. Actually, being even lower down is better, because then the main guns can't attack. Only the tracer lasers. Great, you did nothing. Well done to you. Now there is a big blind spot, I'm pretty sure. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, the bridge gun cannot shoot it, or rather the main guns can't shoot at things close to them. So as long as you can't get very far while you're trying to escape. And we can distract it with decoys. Oh no, the destroyer. I didn't move the destroyer out of the way. That was kind of dumb. I had it use its photon torpedoes, that's right. Okay. Can you escape? Maybe? The enemy could focus it down. That would suck, but we did all that we can to help that force escape. And as long as we have 3, that might be enough to force ram our way through when we have to move backwards. Oh, look at all these jerks. Luckily, they're just wasting shots on my... Actually, wait a minute. Where is all this crap even coming from? Good lord. Well, here we go again. Oh, that was a little brutal. I think that this Grace Note is done for. Also, I don't think the situation's gonna get better than this particularly, so that's worth a save. Fine. Shoot the main gun. At least you can damage that. This force might be able to get away. Because it seems like the cruiser is more interested in my destroyer. So sure, they can duke it out, why not? Have a depth charge on your head. Oh! Oh, that was not great. Well, we can move some decoys down there. If we lose the destroyer, we lose it. It's not critical. If anything, it's performing a pretty good function by keeping the cruiser busy, the Garm. Oh, it's a real mess of enemies. Tropical Angel. That's a new model, isn't it? Sacrificing resilience for maximized mobility. Can move again after attacking. Doesn't have a wave cannon. Oh, there's no spoils down here. There's so many spoils. I should probably go for it. Wow, I have a lot of targets. Oh, and a wave cannon ready to fire. I feel like these Narcissuses, wow, that's fun to say, would be the best targets, but this thing's in the way. Can I destroy it? Borderline. Now, can I get in front of those to wave cannon them? I can. Good, that went fantastic. That was excellent. Now we need to start working on these tropical angels. Miss? How'd you miss? Well, I guess you missed by missing. Tautological, but sometimes there's just no other explanation. You fired and you missed. Alright, that hangar's pretty full of stuff that we can send into battle. So that's good. I wonder if I should soften them up with the fighters first. I think this is a case where I don't focus down that remaining Narcissus. I don't think with just one in the squadron it'll get much done. Okay, that didn't go great. I should have targeted the one with only one left, apparently. I might actually get this force out and get it repaired. They've never tried to focus it down, so we might get lucky. Repairing the hot conductor would also be ideal. Once again, much depends on the AI's actions and how much other crap it might have waiting just out of sight. And some RNG. Always embarrassing when you actually take losses to a recon unit. Good decoys doing their job. Wow, he managed to destroy a fighter even down to just one Narcissus. Don't underestimate those, I guess. They're no joke. The destroyer I'm not too worried about, although the way they're focusing down that wise man, it's gone. Damn. It just feels a little overcooked with the insanely overwhelming numbers you have to face. You know? It feels a bit much. Where you have to play is so perfect. No room for error at all. What can the bridge gun hit? Let's try to finish off the Tropical Angel. Oh, it was actually full strength. Finish off nothing. Try to finish off the Narcissus here. So, I'm sure we've all noticed this and we've all been wondering. Got light armor, but what the heck is this? Injection device that shoots the ship into warp space. Explosive energy is generated from the upper and lower sides of the facility to power the mechanism. A warp device, huh? Okay. Interesting. I hope that it can't blast out like a wave of flame from this to incinerate my fighter. A huge vertical passageway through the center of the fortress. It is also used as a dock for large ships. Okay, that's just... Alright, interesting. Whew. Alright, what next? What next? You could use repairs, except you can't really get anywhere because this jerk is in the way. So we should try to kill this jerk, and we need to kill this jerk. You need repairs. I kind of don't want to fire with the destroyer because it'll die. The main cannon will counterattack and destroy it. I already fired the main gun, yeah. Oh, that force needs repairs. Badly. This one can do a force ram here, but we might want to weaken that guy first. Well, we tried. Those things have pretty darn good anti-missile tech, apparently. Okay, good, we got it. Another Tropical Angel. I'm glad those don't have wave cannons, or we'd be triply screwed. Oh, that's probably a decoy, the way it's acting, so I should move a little away from it and start slowly whittling it down. Keep those decoys moving. Let them attract some more fire from the enemy cruiser. Meanwhile, try to keep the real ones out of the line of fire, especially the flagship. Okay, I still have a couple fighter squadrons that have yet to act. That one is the Delta, so it should have tracer missiles. Being longer range, it can fire from there. And the Warhead has contact missiles. Why are we accomplishing nothing trying to destroy a mere owl light? Is this the most elite owl light of all time? Or are my men just suddenly ragingly incompetent? That's not what I meant to do. Not that it really mattered. Can I convince you to go down, grab that, and then fly back? A little bit. How far back will you fly? God. Ugh, it's such a mess. It's hard to direct this the way I want it. Okay. Down and then back up. I can make you go up a lot. Okay, 4 spaces. Good, that's what we want. Alright, let's... That's as far as we can make it go while grabbing the spoils. Battlestar designs. You know, between the mechs and now Battlestar designs, it definitely seems as though all the spoils we're picking up here are going to let us build Granzella Coalition units. Definitely getting that feeling. I don't know what the light armor would correspond to, but probably another Granzella thing. Wow, AWACS going for my force. Bold. Wow, the AWACS are just being super aggressive in general. Aw, shucks. There is a lot of crap coming out of that tunnel. Like, a whole lot of crap. Jeez. That decoy is taking so much fire. No! No! Well, we learned. And it destroyed its own destroyer with that, so maybe acceptable? You know, I wondered if it would do that. I wondered. That's why I was trying to leave the cursor over it to see if it would describe it as a weapon. Well, we learned. It did destroy a couple of its own units in addition to our Morning Star. I don't see the situation getting a whole lot better than this, so we save. Pretty sad when we're saving losses like that, but again, is it going to be better than that? I doubt it. I have doubts. Oh, man, I really need to save the forces for the push backward through... You know there's going to be insane amounts of crap fighting us in here. You know there is. That's how these missions go. These tougher missions. Just when you think, maybe I finally have a reprieve. No, you don't. You are going to have to fight for your life each and every step of the way. We're not really going to have a choice except to have the forces spend some time destroying these guys behind us, I'm afraid. Not how I want them to be spending their time, but... That was a lot of damage. Could end up being a reload if we lose another force here. Even with 5-on-2, no hits. That's kind of crazy. I'm definitely going to want to grab that spoils. I guess I can chill in the hangar for now. Should have attacked that with the missiles. I thought 5-on-2 I would do some damage. I was mistaken. Oh wow, my transports are running out of fuel. That's a problem. I I should leave at least one decoy in range of the cannon so it attacks that instead. Get my flagship out of the line of fire. There. If that decoy is going to detonate on something, let it detonate there and hurt its own cruiser. As well as my... There's a battle star in there? And why is it making a charged sound? Is that the battle star? Oops, that's not the... what I wanted to press. And Grota Warp Design. 999 hit points. I see. There it is. That's the booster attack. The charges in a single turn. And that's what killed us. Okay. Got it. I kind of feel like I don't have much of an alternative except to send these guys into the teeth of the dragon. Okay, so that's probably a disguised Narcissus. That shouldn't be in range here, I don't think. Because it should just affect the two rows directly behind it. Great. We don't even get to reveal that it's actually a Narcissus. Though I feel pretty confident that it is. Huh. That animation kind of stuttered and bugged out for a bit. That was weird. I'm gonna need this to resupply the transports, but maybe not this turn. Wow, still 2 full-strength Tropical Angel squadrons. Yep, saw that coming. Oh good, it destroyed its own main gun. That's fantastic. Oh my god! There's a Hraesvelgr in there. I really would like that spoils. Yep, I knew that was a Narcissus. The pattern has become obvious. Oh, there's another one. Unless that was an actual Balmung. No, that was another Narcissus, I guess. Well, nothing was destroyed. How many turns are we at? 19 out of 35. That doesn't feel great. Hate to endanger these forces like this, but they're what I've got here. I feel like my forces and fighters are the reverse of where I would want them to be. I want the forces up top and the fighters down here. But... Gosh, when that destroyer showed up, that was not a welcome sight. Please just finish off this stupid craft. I'll like grab the spoils. Ultra hard pile driver, so that lets us make some of those knight units, as I like to call them. Definitely we are getting the Granzella arsenal. A wave cannon ready to fire. Probably doesn't do me any good though, because it can't get to where it'll hit enemies with it. You need to retreat. Hopefully they don't chase you down and destroy you. Can the main gun hit them from there? It can. That's good. How did it miss? How? Oh no, I forgot about this counterattack. Well, it's not a counterattack, but it blocks missiles really well. I really need the forces up there. I think I'm going to run out of time because I don't have them up there. I have them dicking around with this crap. That really sucks. I think I might have lost the mission because of that positioning being wrong. I'm going to run out of time as a consequence of it. No, I was going to resupply the transport. You can't hit anything from there, okay. What about from here? The destroyer might actually escape that fight intact. The Gray Snow probably won't. I think it has sacrificed itself. To keep the cruiser at bay. That's right, shoot my decoy, you fools. Okay, don't shoot my flagship, though. Oh, look at the way he gunned for it. Finished off that squadron that was trying to retreat for repairs. That sucked. Guys, you need to finish up down here and then rejoin the main group. Oh, 13 hit points. You just need to run. Just get out of there. Yeah, repair the damaged forces. Oh, I can't make it. Get as far as you can, then. Tell you what, some of these forces, if we're going to have any chance, need to start rejoining the main group right now. They needed to do it yesterday. This guy should die to this thing flaring. Unless it only fires when our units are in the way, which it might. If I move this guy here, we all know what'll happen. It'll flare. That squadron will be destroyed. It might be worth it if I could get this one with 5 in the squadron. Let's hit it with the bridge gun at least. Wow. Quite the counter range. Don't take that dumb path. Not only does it waste fuel, but it's gross to look at. There we go. I don't know if this will accomplish anything. Nope. Gosh, the counters. It's not worth it to finish off one guy. Right, because I just put it in there for repair. I can't make it by him. He has like zone of control type thing going on. I don't know what to do. Leave this guy here to take a hit from this and lose his wave cannon, I guess. Go ahead and refuel this transport. Oh, you have a wave cannon charge, but you can't get around to use it. Of course you can't. It's so frustrating when you have all these wave cannons ready to fire and you just can't get any of them in position. So frustrating. No, so much for the decoy. Can I even get forces past that stupid thing? That booster? I'm becoming more and more doubtful that we can win from this position. These Narcissuses are so durable. It's unbelievable. Because missiles do nothing to them. Yeah, look at that. Missiles are freaking useless against them. You know it's gonna fire its thrusters, but honestly, to get rid of this stupid thing, it's worth it. Can I cause this to lose its charge? Can I target it? It doesn't seem to want to let me target it. No. Because its center is like way up here. I don't know how I'm going to get forces past this stuff unless it's by putting them in this hangar, moving the cruiser to where it will get blasted and probably destroyed, but moving them out of the hangar before that happens. I don't see another way to do that. But we need forces for sure. Oh, that one's nearly dead. That one is full strength, so... That's it? Just one? Jeez. Oh, that one's nearly dead too. Get that in the destroyer. They'll probably kill this one, but I don't see a way to avoid it. That's my flagship. That we cannot put in the line of fire under any circumstances. What else do you have in your hangar? Just that. Well, I don't want it destroyed, so... Oh, can you not move any farther back? No. They could easily destroy this destroyer. Look at the range. Jeez. Seriously? That seems extreme. I guess that's its movement plus its tracer missile range. Now if they choose to obliterate my destroyer, I can't really stop them, and I'll lose the force inside it. Oh, you. Yeah, let's get you out of there. Ugh. This is not feeling like a successful attempt. Yeah, we all knew that would happen. Oh, I'm being dumb too, because another way to get the forces past this would just be to have them attached to their fighters. Duh. They're much faster that way. We're gonna lose to timeout again. That's what's gonna happen. You have no contact missiles left, so you're useless. With nothing else to do, I guess you could desync and do some scouting. Good, alright. Yeah, you can select hangar after a unit has moved. I can't believe it took me so long into the campaign to realize that. This should wait one more turn, and then move up and disgorge all of the forces inside. You're gonna have to spend one turn waiting. This is what it's down to. It's down to the question of can 3 forces and kinda 2 squadrons, one of which has no missiles left, though that could be a fixable problem, fight their way through what's left? The answer is almost certainly no, because you know the amount of stuff that we're gonna have to fight through on this backward traversing part is just going to be insane. You just know it. Desync shot. Interesting. Another. They're just firing them all over the place. Where did you even come from? How does a scout even manage to destroy one of my actual battle units? Look at all this crap. Not that I'm surprised, mind you, to see it all, but... look at all that stuff. We haven't even reached the final stretch. We have 12 turns left. This is looking like a big fat no way in hell kind of situation. I'm not even going to be able to disgorge my forces this turn. Maybe disgorge is a little bit of a gross sounding word. Maybe I should say deploy, launch. I'm not going to be able to launch them this turn. That's obviously a decoy charging us down. I don't know what these guys are going to do about this massive swarm of enemies. Well, that was unexpected. Actually, go ahead and hide in the flagship. Why not? It can't escape, so it might as well go down fighting. I could also see if I could tempt it into shooting this transport. Unlikely. But my non-flagship transport doesn't really serve that much of a purpose once it's made its decoy. It's just another hangar. But I only need so many of those. Yeah. Even with rampant save state abuse, this is not happening. Okay, they had another fighter squadron. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they? Wow, how do you do this? Look at all this crap. Good grief. Yeah, I know. I know you desperately want to blow up in my face. I know. I know you do. You know, we've obviously lost. That much is just abundantly clear. I kind of feel like this whole attempt is a no-go. There's not even necessarily that much point in reloading past saves. We've used too much time, taken too many losses. Maybe the best thing to do is surrender here, and maybe see if we can build some really useful units with those spoils, maybe. That could help us on a subsequent attempt. Like maybe mechs. Mechs could come in really handy, I think, for this kind of situation, close quarters fighting in confined environments. I think, no, it's options that you can surrender from, isn't it? Or main menu? Main menu. Yeah, that was a no-go. Oh, man. Cool. This is the big weakness of this game. R-Type Tactics 2. It is such a fantastic game in so many ways, but then you run into these kind of missions. Fort Garrod was the first, and this is the second. And honestly, this far more than the lead-in mission. Glitnir 2, much more than Glitnir 1. And where you just have to fight your way through massive, massive swarms of enemy units that have you tremendously outnumbered. Where just winning the fight at all takes some pretty good tactical acumen. But then they throw a tight time limit at you on top of it. And it just feels like too much. And I'm sure that there are some players who just revel in this masochistic, punitive level of difficulty and love it. That's fine. Power to them. I'm not going to disparage what they have fun playing. That's fine. But to me, it feels really overcooked. And it's kind of over the line where at this point, it just feels exhausting to play rather than fun and engaging. Look at that. I have an almost 4-to-1 kill ratio, and it just doesn't even matter. That's not even close to good enough. And I'm sure that I'm not even close to the only player who kind of feels the frustration and the exhaustion of these kind of maps. And this would Prudent Wolf, was that because of the surrenders? And it would be such a better game if these particular missions were just toned down a little bit. Not even a lot, just a little bit. Just make it a little more reasonable, and it would be so much more enjoyable. I really hope they retinkered the difficulty on some of the on some of these missions. Oh, that's interesting. I'm getting a choice after surrendering? That's weird. Upon entering Glitnir, we were unable to conquer it. I didn't know the game enough. That seems very metagamey. Without analyzing our defeat, strong enemy right here. Damn, I was caught off guard. Was it a bad operation? I guess strong enemy. Strong enemy right here. Anyway, I remember the base structure enemy lineup. We'll try to rethink our own. Withdrew to Glitnir's entrance for now to prepare. Safe, sure, I guess. I don't feel too much shame in that defeat, because it's a ridiculous mission. Oops, I forgot. I forgot to confirm reversal. But yeah, these massive wall missions, they're, to me, a big enough issue that they notably impact the overall game's enjoyableness. Like, I'm gonna take a full star off the rating as a result of these. It just, the fun comes screeching to a halt, and it just becomes, like, slam your face into this wall over and over until you manage to slog your way through. But anyway, rather than just complaining endlessly, let's see what we can build. We can make a battle star. I don't really see much point. It doesn't even have weapons, so who cares? They're annoying to fight, but I don't think they'd be that helpful to have on your side. Okay, here we go. We can make some of these knights. We can make the gold and the silver knight. We cannot make the red knight. Excuse me, the Haxon and the Asanogawa, but I kind of like my names better. And those are extremely durable. They don't take Ethereum to make, which is good, because I don't even know how to get more Ethereum. Well, the Silver Knight does. Don't know why the Silver Knight is stronger than the gold. Oh, here we can make some of these Sonic Fighters, the Future World. And the Peacemaker, which is an upgraded Future World. How interesting. Takes Ethereum. You know, if all the advanced stuff makes Ethereum, I'm not going to be able to make any of it, hardly. And like I said, I don't know where to get more Ethereum. Okay, and here we had... All I can make is the Achilles. I was hoping we might be able to make some of the more advanced ones. Because I don't know if the lowest level of mech will be sufficient. They are Liberators. They're very slow, though. Speed 2. I mean, they're good in close quarters, but gosh dang, that's slow. Ugh, what a mess. Alright. I'm not sure I've ever showed this. So, let me show what it looks like when you go back to the main menu. Not that it's a big deal, it's just your adjutant pops up and it's like, oh, you're taking a break? Like that. And as my undocumented relationship points with Hiroko have gone up, she's sounded more and more sweet when I select go to the main menu. Oh my god. What a nightmare of a mission that is. I'm going to take a bit of a brain break. I might even take a little bit of a break from playing this game to recharge my batteries a bit, and there are a lot of other things that I want to do that I've been kind of putting off to make a lot of progress on this game. Man, these take the fortress in a limited time against swarms of enemies in close quarters missions are exhausting and demoralizing. But let's see if I can work up enough motivation to give it another try and hope that we can figure out a way to get through it. I'll see you next time.